On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Now, these two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Second down at 5. On the give, this is Akers.
They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
2nd and 4.
Looking to pass. Tua.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing is Wilson. That's to the former Ram, Gerald Everett. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Steps away to his left. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Wilson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. We're scoreless after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Three down. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Oh, yeah.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa to the right side and complete to Atwell. A gain of 6 there on first. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Complete. Jefferson the target. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Second down, it's Henderson. Oh, look at the juke. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Off the option, here's Akers. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now a give. Akers running left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And
Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted it.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd and 2.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Now it's Wilson. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After the turnover, it's Tua. Going up top for Kupp.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
He's checking grass. Check 13. Check 13. Switch.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Come on, fellas.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gutton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. From the 25 on 2nd down, Tua.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 38.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Here's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tanner Rapp with a pick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Four yards remain for second down. Going right back to Akers.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On the handoff, Henderson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. 20. 5. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6.
That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Now it's Wilson.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Wilson will throw again.
That's taken in by Eskridge, complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second and 8.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. McCaffrey. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Again, McCaffrey.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Third and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Christian McCaffrey
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll run this with Akers.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Now Tagovailoa. Throws left side. Atwell's got it.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
They'll run for it with Akers. Akers has got the 1st down and then some.
And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He fights him off. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And the Rams come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, Matt. Top 5